we're set for the tip-off, which is courtesy of Perspective Insurance. Leading the way in insurance in Sheldon, Sioux Center, and Rock Valley. And the opening tip stepping into the center circle, Cody Bauman for West Lyon, and Dalton Anderson for Newell-Fonda. And the opening tap controlled by the Wildcats. Caleb Heyer to the near side. It comes to Gruneweg. Gruneweg in the corner to Murley. Murley guarded man-to-man by Anderson. The outlet pass out front to Heyer. Man-to-man defense for Newell-Fonda. Heyer with it near mid-court, being hounded over there by Adam Mullen. Out of the top of the key, it comes to Snyder. Snyder off the dribble, left side, now skips it across to Murley. In the corner, it comes to Heyer. Heyer to the top of the circle, sends it out to Gruneweg. Down the left side, Gruneweg with the layup. And West Lyon jumps out on top by a score of 2-0. Newell-Fonda with the basketball and a Mustang turnover as they throw it away towards the left wing. And the West Lyon Wildcats will have the basketball back. A 2-0 West Lyon lead just underway. Glad to have you along from Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines for state tournament basketball. And on the voice of Northwest Iowa Sports, 93.9 KSOU FM, Sioux Center, Iowa. We're also streaming online at SiouxCountyRadio.com, courtesy of Premier Bank. Snyder with the turnaround jumper that misses from the free throw line. Newell-Fonda trying to run, and a long pass down the floor goes over the head of Dalton Anderson and out of bounds. A pair of turnovers to start the game for Newell-Fonda. And West Lyon has the ball back. Snyder will bring it up the floor for West Lyon. Snyder bounces in the paint for Heyer, and it's stolen away. A steal as the ball is taken away by Adam Mullen. That's the first turnover committed by the Wildcats. And Newell-Fonda will set it up in the half court. Jump cook in the lane by Dix is no good. Rebound grabbed by Bauman for West Lyon. And the Wildcats with the basketball. Snyder into the front court. Snyder at the top of the key. Crossover move to the left side. Dishes in the corner. Murley for three. It's off the iron. No good. Rebound cleared by Dalton Anderson. Mustangs trying to run. Anderson coming down the lane. A whistle and a foul on the floor spotted against West Lyon. That foul charged. Brandon Snyder picks up his first personal, team foul number 1. Here's the inbounds pass on an alley-oop. Missing is Anderson, and West Lyon comes away with a rebound. Snyder into the front court for the Wildcats. Again, man-to-man defense for Newell-Fonda. Snyder down the lane, bounces it ahead to Heyer, cut off on the baseline. Back out to Snyder, to Murley. Left corner it comes. A three is no good for Gruneweg, but an offensive rebound. The Wildcats will reload. Gruneweg to Bauman, out to Murley, now to Heyer. His baseline jumper up and good. Caleb Heyer with the field goal. West Lyon leads by a score of 4-0. Newell-Fonda into the front court. Top of the key, knocking down a three is Adam Mullen. Mullen with the triple to put Newell-Fonda on the board for the first time this afternoon. 5:15 left to go here in the first quarter. Snyder goes baseline, passes it across. Heyer muscles it up. His shot partially blocked. Rebound tipped out, grabbed by Heyer. Top of the key, Snyder hits the three. There's a foul on the rebound. I think they'll count the basket. And let's see, let's make sure they do, but I think they will. The foul is on Newell-Fonda, charged to Brady Dix, his first. The three-pointer for Snyder is good, and it's a 7-3 West Lyon advantage. And into the front court. West Lyon inbounds underneath their own basket. It comes to Bauman. Bauman dribbles to the left side. Now he'll hand it off to Snyder. And Snyder coming off a screen set by Bauman to the top of the key. Snyder still on the dribble. Drives, dishes, tipped away. Looking underneath for Bauman and had him open in the lane. But Dylan Anderson there to poke it away for Newell-Fonda. Goes out of bounds off of the Mustangs. Still West Lyon's ball. Today's game brought to you in part by Cruise & Cruise PC, Northwest Iowa Community College, and the Farmers Elevator Co-op. Bauman with the jump hook misses in the lane. Dylan Anderson with the rebound, racing the other way, all the way in for Newell-Fonda. Layup no good, but a foul underneath called on Bauman. Cody Bauman of West Lyon picks up his first personal. So it'll be free throws coming for Dylan Anderson of the Mustangs. Dylan Anderson averaging 10.6 points a game. His first free throw up and good. First point of this afternoon makes the score 7-4. West Lyon with the advantage. Second free throw coming for Dylan Anderson. He's a 6'2 senior, puts it up and in. So Anderson knocks down a pair. 7-5 our score. West Lyon with a 2-point advantage. Newell-Fonda coming in, free throws, shooting 65.5% as a team. Full court pressure put on by Newell-Fonda. And the Wildcats have the basketball. Gruneweg will bring it up ahead to Murley. Murley to the right wing, Snyder. Snyder skips it across, finds Bauman, who is fouled along the baseline. He'll shoot a pair of free throws. Dylan Anderson will pick up his first personal. Team foul number 2 charged to Newell-Fonda. So Cody Bauman to the free throw line for the Wildcats, where he shoots 66.2%, has far and away the most free throw attempts on the year for the Wildcats. And his first free throw is up and good. Cody Bauman with his first point of the game. It's 8-5. Newell-Fonda. West Lyon leading Newell-Fonda. Second free throw coming for Bauman. It's up and no good. It rims out. Rebound grabbed by Dalton Anderson, and Newell-Fonda will come back. Anderson has his pocket picked by Snyder. Scramble for the loose ball. Snyder able to tip it to Murley. They call a jump ball. They call a jump ball before Snyder was able to tip it away. It'll belong to Newell-Fonda as B.J. Van Ruckel checks into the West Lyon lineup. Today's game brought to you in part by Security Savings Bank, Grand Falls Casino, and by Cruise & Cruise PC. Some pressure put on by West Lyon. Into the front court for the Mustangs comes Connor Wolterman, a 5'11 sophomore. In the left corner, Anderson back out front to Wolterman. Man-to-man defense being played by the Wildcats. Out high, here's Mason Scheidegger looking for Anderson, cutting down the lane. He gets tripped up and a foul whistled on West Lyon. Foul on Brandon Snyder, and Snyder picks up a second personal with 3:56 left to go in the first quarter. And at the free throw line, Anderson to shoot a pair. First one up and no good off the back of the iron. Snyder will go to the Wildcat bench now as Chase Grodewald checks in. The Mustangs will bring in a couple of more subs as well. Brady Bowe returns to the lineup. And Adam Mullen also returns. Anderson's second free throw up and good. He gets 1 of 2. Dalton Anderson makes the score 8-6. Here's a steal by Newell-Fonda. Anderson takes it in, misses, but the tip-in is good for Brady Bowe. Off the turnover, Newell-Fonda ties the score at 8 apiece. Into the front court for West Lyon is Gruneweg. Top of the key, Higher. Higher over to Murley, and the ball tipped out of his hands by Anderson and out of bounds. Last touched by Newell-Fonda. Still West Lyon's ball. Both teams with a couple of turnovers here in the first quarter. A little bit of a slow start offensively for the Wildcats. 3 of 8 from the floor for 37.5%. Murley on the dribble will drive, cut off inside, outlet to Grodewald, left side, Gruneweg, a 3 ball is short. Higher though for the offensive rebound. The Wildcats will reset. Left corner, Gruneweg misfires, and the rebound is grabbed by Anderson for Newell-Fonda. Back up the floor comes Dalton Anderson. Out to the left wing, a 3-pointer is off the mark. Murley clears the rebound, and back come the Wildcats. This is in an up-tempo contest thus far. Right wing jumper, 17 feet away. Kyle Gruneweg knocks it home, and it's 10-8, West Lyon by 2. Back comes Newell-Fonda. Pull-up jumper in the lane by Anderson is short. Offensive rebound to Bow is blocked, and the loose ball picked up by West Lyon. Back the other way come the Wildcats into the front quarter is Grodewald. Grodewald picks it up on the right wing. To Higher, left corner, Gruneweg. Gruneweg finds Grodewald at the top of the key. Right side it goes to Murley. Murley to Higher. Higher in the lane. Van Ruckel goes up, has it tipped away. Rebound is picked up by Bow. Quickly down the floor comes Newell-Fonda. West Lyon does a nice job getting back defensively. Into the lane. A fadeaway jumper over Van Ruckel is no good. A foul called on B.J. Van Ruckel, and that'll put Adam Mullen to the free throw line. Van Ruckel picks up his first personal. 2:04 left here in the first quarter. West Lyon 10. Newell-Fonda 8. Free throw up and no good off the back of the iron for Adam Mullen. Our broadcast today, courtesy of Northwest Iowa Community College, Farmers Elevator Co-op, and Security Savings Bank. And the second free throw for Adam Mullen is up and good. Mullen hits 1 of 2, and it's a 1-point West Lyon lead, 10-9. Cody Bauman returns to the West Lyon lineup. And Caleb Higher checks out, so the Wildcats will go with Bauman and Van Ruckel in the lineup together. A little more size. Here's the inbounds pass to Van Ruckel. He'll give it up to Murley. Murley coming off a screen, still in the backcourt. Murley bobbles it, gives it to Bauman. They have to get it ahead. And now a pass forward stolen away by Anderson. Anderson takes it all the way to the hole for the layup. Dylan Anderson off the steal gives Newell-Fonda its first lead at 11-10. And West Lyon into the front court. They break the pressure this time. At the top of the key, Murley looking inside for Bauman. Tipped away by Dix, but picked back up by Murley. Now a baseline jumper for Grodewald is in and out, no good. Rebound underneath, grabbed by Wolterman. Newell-Fonda trying to push off the dribble. Padraza. Inside it goes. Now the kick out to Wolterman for 3. Connor Wolterman left wing, knocks down a 3. Newell-Fonda leads by a score of 14-10 and a timeout with 1:07 left to go in the first quarter. Newell-Fonda on a little run to take a 4-point lead over the Wildcats. We'll take a 30-second timeout. You're listening to West Lyon State Tournament Basketball on KSOU. 1:07 left to go first quarter. Newell-Fonda 14, West Lyon 10. The Mustangs on a 6-point run. West Lyon with the basketball coming out of the timeout. Brandon Snyder remains on the Wildcat bench with 2 personal fouls. And that's kind of at the point where Newell-Fonda started to make its run. West Lyon with the ball. Murley in the right corner. And we have a foul away from the ball called on West Lyon. That personal charge to Chase Grodewald. That's his first. Team foul number 5. And Newell-Fonda will have the basketball. Some pressure put on now by West Lyon into the front court. Wolterman for Newell-Fonda into the lane. He traveled with the basketball as he picked up the dribble, had nowhere to go, and took the extra step. Newell-Fonda commits their third turnover. And West Lyon will have the basketball back. Both teams have turned it over 3 times. And losing the handle for West Lyon, Gruneweg. The ball picked up by Anderson. Gruneweg trying to tip it away, diving after it. It goes out of bounds on the near sideline. Still Newell-Fonda's basketball. So 4th West Lyon turnover with 30.4 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Mustangs with the basketball, and in the half court is Wolterman. Wolterman to the near side. Scheidegger. Scheidegger passing is stolen away. Grunewald with the steal for West Lyon. Grunewald on the wing gives it to Murley. Now they get it inside. Van Ruckel tried to muscle it up, lowered his shoulder, and an offensive foul called on B.J. Van Ruckel of West Lyon. That's his second personal. So he'll have to check out, and Caleb Heyer will come back into the West Lyon lineup. 8.1 seconds left to go first quarter. Today's game courtesy of the Grand Falls Casino, Cruise and Cruise PC at Northwest Iowa Community College. Mustangs basketball with 8.1 seconds left to go in the quarter. Dalton Anderson into the front court down the right side of the lane. Goes up over Bauman, no good. Murley with the rebound, and that's the end of the first quarter. With our score, Newell-Fonda 14, West Lyon 10. Start of the second quarter coming up in 1 minute. You're listening to West Lyon State Tournament Basketball on KSOU. Start of the second quarter here at Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines. Boys Class 1A State Tournament Basketball quarterfinal round action. Top-seeded and second-ranked Newell-Fonda leading the number 8 seed and 8th-ranked West Lyon by a score of 14-10 after 1 quarter of play. And Brandon Snyder will return to the floor for West Lyon. Picked up 2 quick fouls in the first quarter and spent some time on the Wildcat bench. West Lyon's basketball as we get the second quarter underway here at Wells Fargo Arena. A 14-10 lead for Newell-Fonda. The Mustangs close the quarter on a 6-0 run. Snyder takes the inbounds pass, and he'll bring it into the front court for West Lyon. Picked up defensively by Dalton Anderson. Snyder finds Heyer out on the right wing. Into the corner. Gruneweg knocks down a 3. Kyle Gruneweg from the right corner for a 3. And it's a 1-point Newell-Fonda lead, 14-13. Mustangs take it inside. Adam Mullen with a nice spin move to the left side. Lays it up off the glass and in, 16-13. Newell-Fonda the advantage. West Lyon basketball. Snyder picks up the dribble. Bounces to Bauman in the lane. His jumper off the mark. Rebound cleared by Anderson. Newell-Fonda winning the battle on the boards, 9-8 here early on. Now a steal as Gruneweg picks up a loose ball for the Wildcats. And into the front court. Right wing, Murley with a deep 3. Back-to-back threes for Gruneweg and Murley. And we are all knotted up at 16 apiece. Newell-Fonda with the basketball. Dalton Anderson. Near side, Dylan Anderson. And he'll pull it out. Dalton Anderson and Dylan Anderson are twin brothers. Here's Dalton from the left wing for a 3. No good. Off the mark, but an offensive rebound. Brady Dix goes back up and in for 2. Newell-Fonda goes back in front, 18-16. West Lyon with the basketball. Brandon Snyder. Snyder on the left wing to the baseline off the drive. Gets the roll. Snyder to the hoop off the dribble penetration. And we're tied at 18. Mustangs basketball. Bo takes it inside to Dix. Out front to Anderson. He'll pull it out and reset the offense for the Mustangs. Dylan Anderson to Dalton Anderson. Anderson into the lane. Pull-up jumper off the back of the iron. No good. Dix there for the offensive rebound. Back up and in. 20-18. Newell-Fonda the lead. West Lyons basketball. Snyder. Nice cut by Murley. Nice pass by Snyder for the layup. Good look by Brandon Snyder, and we're tied at 20. 5:34 left to go. Underneath it comes. Left-handed jump hook underneath by Dix is no good. Heyer clears the rebound for West Lyon, and the Wildcats shoot for the lead as they come up. Long 3 is short for Snyder. Bauman there along the baseline to grab the rebound, and he was fouled on the play. It'll be West Lyon's ball underneath their own basket here. Foul was on who? Anderson. Dalton Anderson picks up his second personal foul. And the ball will belong to the Wildcats. Inbounds pass in the lane. Bauman draws another foul as he tries to shoot from 10 feet away. This one whistled on Brady Dix. That's his second personal. So a couple of Mustang starters with 2 fouls each, and that'll put Cody Bauman to the free throw line for West Lyon. That's the 5:15 mark left to go in the first half. Bauman's free throw up and no good. West Lyon State Tournament Basketball on KSOU, brought to you in part by Farmers Elevator Co-op, Security Savings Bank, and by the Grand Falls Casino. Second free throw coming for Bauman. He puts it up and in. Cody Bauman hits 1 of 2. And West Lyon up by 1, 21-20. Anderson into the front court for Newell-Fonda. Bounces the ball left side to Mullen. Now out on the wing it comes. Gabe Pedraza. Top of the key. Mullen hits a 3. No, Brady Bowe. Bowe from the top of the arc for 3 to make it 23-21 in favor of Newell-Fonda. Snyder pass into the lane is picked off by Dix. He's headed the other way, all the way in for the layup for Newell-Fonda. Brady Dix takes it coast to coast, 25-21. Newell-Fonda with the advantage, and that's their biggest lead of the afternoon. Now Snyder through the lane on a floater, leaves it off the back of the iron. Mullen with the rebound, and Newell-Fonda will come back the other way into the front court. The Mustangs will set it up. Top of the key is Mullen. Pass into the lane, stolen away by Gruneweg of West Lyon. Gruneweg along the sideline had it poked away, but gets it back. Gruneweg finds Snyder. Snyder directing traffic, asking for a screen from Bauman. Now it's Snyder on a crossover move. Nice pass, right side. 3 rattles in for Kyle Gruneweg. From the right wing, Gruneweg knocks down a 3. It's 25-24. Newell-Fonda by 1, and now we have what? There's a foul under there on Cody Bauman on the rebound. They count the basket. The foul was on Bauman after the shot. Still Newell-Fonda's ball. That's the 7th team foul, so a 1-and-1 for Newell-Fonda. That'll put Brady Bowe to the free throw line. Bowe's a 5'11 senior for the Mustangs. Their second leading scorer, averaging 16.2 points a game. Their top free throw shooter at 75%, and the first free throw is up and good. 26-24 in favor of Newell-Fonda. Second free throw for Dix, up and in. He's got 8 points, and it's 27-24 in favor of the Mustangs. Full court pressure as West Lyon tries to get it inbounds to Murley. It's poked away by Anderson and back out of bounds off of Newell-Fonda. Still West Lyon's basketball. Full court pressure again. Inbounds pass out high to Murley. Murley will bring it up. Comes set. Passes it off to Gruneweg. Gruneweg across the timeline. Right side pass to Murley. Murley to the baseline. Skips it across. Left wing. Snyder. 3 is off the mark. And the rebound controlled by Newell-Fonda. Brady Dix with the carom. Newell-Fonda doing a great job on the boards. Here's a 3 out high for Dix. No good. Rebound to B.J. Van Ruckel for West Lyon, and the Wildcats bring it the other way. Baseline jumper on the other end for Caleb Heyer is up and in. Heyer with his second field goal. And it's 27-26. Newell-Fonda by 1. The Mustangs with the basketball. On the dribble to the near side, it comes to Dix. Dix into the lane, feeds the ball ahead. Good feed across the lane, but a missed shot from point-blank range and a foul. Whistled or a jump ball. It was a jump ball. And the possession arrow, it'll belong to Newell-Fonda. So the Mustangs keep it here with 2:57 left to go in the half. To 27-26, Newell-Fonda advantage, leading West Lyon. Mustangs basketball underneath their own hoop. Wolterman will trigger it in the lane, trying to take it up. In traffic is Adam Mullen, and he draws a foul. Casey Murley picks up the personal. That's his first. First free throw up and good for Mullen. Adam Mullen with 7 points gives Newell-Fonda a 2-point lead, 28-26. Second free throw up and no good off the back of the iron. Mullen in there with his own rebound, passes it ahead to the baseline. Pedraza scores. And it's 30-26. Newell-Fonda leads by 4. West Lyon with the basketball. Snyder to Heyer. Jumper partially blocked. Underneath there, Van Ruckel in a crowd. He gets fouled and will go to the free throw line. Mason Scheidegger picks up the personal. Scheidegger, a 6'4" sophomore. He's the biggest player Newell-Fonda has to match up inside with Bauman and Van Ruckel for West Lyon. First free throw is good for B.J. Van Ruckel. 30-27, Newell-Fonda leads. Today's game brought to you in part by Cruz & Cruz PC, Northwest Iowa Community College, Farmers Elevator Co-op. Second free throw no good. Brady Dix with the rebound. Newell-Fonda really doing a great job on the board. Out rebounding the Wildcats in this one. 2:23 left to go in the half. Inside Anderson is cut off. Kicks it out. Dix three. Rattles in. Brady Dix with the three. And it's 33-27 in favor of Newell-Fonda. Wildcats with the ball. Snyder left open. Top of the key. Three off the mark. Murley had the rebound, and then it was tipped away. And along the baseline, Anderson diving after it, but he was out of bounds, and it'll be West Lions basketball. So the Wildcats will keep it with 1:58 left to go in this first half. And West Lions ball, inbounds pass. Van Ruckel goes up strong, misses, but got fouled. Adam Mullen picks up the personal. And B.J. Van Ruckel headed back to the free throw line for West Lions. Van Ruckel 1 of 2 at the line so far today. His first free throw up and good. Second point of the game for Van Ruckel, 33-28. Newell-Fonda with the 5-point advantage. Snyder will come out for a breather here as Grodewald checks back in to the Wildcat lineup with 1:57 left to go in the first half. Second free throw rattles in for B.J. Van Ruckel. 33-29, 4-point lead for the Mustangs. On the near wing is Bo. Bo will dribble out high as Newell-Fonda runs a motion, and Bo gives it off to Anderson. Anderson coming off a screen down the lane, gets to the basket for the layup. Dylan Anderson off the drive. 35-29, a 6-point advantage again for Newell-Fonda, equaling their biggest lead of the game. West Lyon with the basketball. Van Ruckel at the free throw line. Got by the defender. Shot no good. Got his own rebound. Now Van Ruckel trapped underneath. Kicks it out to Heyer left wing. To Gruneweg for three. No good. Scheidegger with the rebound. And the Mustangs will come back. Anderson poked away by Murley. And now West Lyon in transition. Heyer across the lane to Grodewald, who misses but gets fouled, and he'll go to the free throw line. And he'll shoot two. Chase Grodewald at the line. Colin Wolterman picks up the personal. First free throw up and good for Chase Grodewald. 35-30 our score. Newell-Fonda on top. Wildcats 5 of 10 now from the free throw line. Or 6 of 10. 35-30 our score. Newell-Fonda's basketball, 3 ball from the corner, no good for Pedraza. And the rebound picked up by Grunewald for West Lyon. Into the front court, Gruneweg left wing. Gruneweg across to Grunewald. Grunewald on the dribble, looking in the corner, outlet to Murley. Left corner, Gruneweg, 3, too strong. Rebound underneath, picked up by Dix for Newell-Fonda. And the Mustangs will bring it back. Could hold for the final shot here. 22 seconds left to go in this first half. Today's game courtesy of Security Savings Bank and Grand Falls Casino. 13 seconds left. Anderson with it at midcourt. Anderson comes off a screen to the near side. Out to the wing. A 3 is off the mark for Bowe. And the rebound to Van Ruckel, outlet to Murley, who lets it go at midcourt, just inside midcourt, but he didn't get it away in time. He got it to fall, but it doesn't count. It was after the buzzer. We have come to halftime here at Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines. Newell-Fonda 35, West Lyon 30. We've got the Hy-Vee halftime reports coming up in 2 minutes. You're listening to West Lyon State Tournament Basketball on KSOU. Back here at Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines on the Hy-Vee halftime report. Newell-Fonda leading West Lyon 35-30 in a game that has gone back and forth here in the first half. 6-point advantage, the biggest lead for Newell-Fonda. West Lyon's biggest lead was 4 at 7-3 early on. So the Wildcats jumped out on top 7-3. Newell-Fonda came back to tie it at 8. And then after a West Lyon bucket made it 10-8, the Mustangs went on top for the first time at 11-10 and closed out the first quarter on a 6-point run to take a 14-10 lead. Newell-Fonda built their biggest advantage at 6 in the second half. Rather, in the second quarter, the biggest lead for the Mustangs was 6 points, but both teams fluctuating as big as a 6-point lead and as close as 1 in the second quarter. Right now, a 5-point advantage for Newell-Fonda over West Lyon, 35-30. Hy-Vee halftime report is courtesy of the Sioux Center Hy-Vee. We'll give you the first half stats after this from Hy-Vee. You're listening to West Lyon State Tournament Basketball on KSOU.
Save big on gas at your Sioux Center Hy-Vee pharmacy with the Hy-Vee Fuel Saver program. You can earn $1 off per gallon for any transferred and filled prescription, or 5 cents off per gallon on any refilled prescription. Purchase of a transfer prescription from a non-Hy-Vee pharmacy is required. Start saving today with the Hy-Vee Fuel Saver program. Call your Sioux Center Hy-Vee pharmacy at 722-3516. Some restrictions do apply. See store for details.
Back here at Wells Fargo Arena on the Hy-Vee halftime reports. Newell-Fonda 35, West Lyon 30. And for West Lyon in the first half, Kyle Gruneweg has knocked down a couple of threes. He leads the Wildcats with 10 first half points. Brandon Snyder and Casey Murley both have 5. Caleb Heyer has chipped in with 4. B.J. Van Ruckel off the bench with 3. Cody Bauman has 2, and Chase Grunewald has chipped in with 1. The Wildcats went 10 of 28 from the floor for 35.7%, 4 of 12 from the arc, 33.3%, 6 of 10 at the line for 60%. Newell-Fonda led in the first half by Brady Dix with 11 points. Adam Mullen has scored 7. Dylan Anderson, 6 points. Brady Bowe with 5. 3 for Connor Wolterman. Gabe Pedraza with 2. And Dalton Anderson with 1 to round out the scoring for the Mustangs for 12 of 27 from the floor for 44.4%. 4 of 9 from the arc for 44.4%. 7 of 10 at the line for 70%. Newell-Fonda rebounded West Lyon in the first half, 21-16. And Newell-Fonda, a very aggressive rebounding club. Grady Dix grabbed 6 first half rebounds. Dalton Anderson had 4. And for West Lyon, Caleb Heyer, the leader, with 5. B.J. Van Ruckel with 4. Both teams turned the ball over 7 times in the first half. And at the half, Newell-Fonda leads West Lyon 35-30. Our High-B halftime report continues after a 1-minute break. You're listening to West Lyon State Tournament basketball on KSOU. Start of the second half here at Wells Fargo Arena. Newell-Fonda leading West Lyon 35-30. State Tournament basketball comes your way on the voice of Northwest Iowa Sports. 93.9 KSOU FM, Sioux Center, Iowa, and online at SiouxCountyRadio.com, courtesy of Premier Bank. West Lyon with the basketball to start the second half. The Wildcats didn't shoot poorly, but not as well as they normally do at 37%. And need to do a better job rebounding here in the second half. Off the dribble, Murley hits the baseline jumper for the Wildcats to get the second half started. 35-32, Newell-Fonda. And back the other way, a shot rejected by Cody Bauman and a foul whistled it wasn't on Bauman, it was on Kyle Gruneweg. Gruneweg picks up his first. Brady Bowe steps to the free throw line for Newell-Fonda. His first free throw up and in. 6 points for Bowe makes it 36-32 in favor of Newell-Fonda. One more free throw for Brady Bowe on the way. It rims out, no good. And Caleb Heyer grabs the carom. West Lyon will come back. Snyder will bring it up. And full court pressure. 2-2-1 press put on by Newell-Fonda. Heyer out to the left wing. Gruneweg 3 off the iron. No good. A rebound cleared by Anderson. Newell-Fonda in transition. Anderson all the way through the lane. Scoops it up and in. Dalton Anderson takes it coast to coast. And it's 38-32. Newell-Fonda 6-point lead, equaling their biggest lead of the game. Heyer on the right wing for West Lyon. Top of the key, Murley. Left side it goes to Snyder. Snyder on the dribble, picks it up. Now along the sideline, he can't find anywhere to go. Now he gives it to Bauman. Bauman along the sideline will drive into the lane, muscles it up, no good. Bauman with his own rebound, back up, no good, but he gets fouled. And Cody Bauman to the free throw line for the Wildcats. The foul is on Dalton Anderson. That's his third personal. So that could be a key issue for Newell-Fonda. Anderson, one of the better players for Newell-Fonda. First free throw for Bauman is up and no good. Now Gabe Pedraza will get up off the Mustang bench and replace Dalton Anderson in the Mustangs lineup. Today's game courtesy of Cruise & Cruise PC, Grand Falls Casino, and Northwest Iowa Community College. Second free throw for Bauman is no good. Mullen with the rebound, and Dylan Anderson into the front court. Anderson to Mullen, now inside it comes. Dix muscles it up over Heyer, no good. Offensive rebound to Mullen. Now a whistle, and Mullen lost the ball out of bounds. It's a Newell-Fonda turnover. And the Mustangs give the ball up. The Wildcats will have it back. Snyder takes it into the front court where he's guarded by Pedraza. Snyder lane, tried to dish right side, stolen away. Coming up with the steal is Brady Bowe. And Newell-Fonda will bring the ball back. West Lyon playing in a half-court man-to-man defense. And at the top of the key, they feed a cutter. Mullen come across the lane, gets the floater. An 8-point lead, biggest of the game. Back the other way, Cody Bauman with the layup and one as he gets fouled. That time the Wildcats beating the full court press for an easy layup and a foul on the play. And who was that foul on? Free throw for Bauman, up and in as he completes the three-point play. And it's 40-35. Newell-Fonda with the basketball, trying to go inside to Dix, lost the handle, but gets it back. Out back to Pedraza on the left wing. Pedraza to the top of the circle. Anderson directing traffic out front. Comes off the screen. Anderson into the lane. Gets by Bowman. No good. Snyder with the rebound. Headed the other way. Snyder all the way on the floater. No good off the back of the iron. Bauman with the chip. Can't convert. Rebound to Pedraza. And now Heyer trying to knock the ball out of the hands of Pedraza. It goes out of bounds. And it's still Newell-Fonda's basketball. So the Mustangs with it, up 5. 5:08 left to go in the third quarter. Into the front court. Left wing Bowe on the drive. Puts it up, no good. Rebound tipped out to the wing, picked up by Anderson, and Newell-Fonda will reset. Another offensive rebound for the Mustangs. Top of the circle with it is Pedraza. Pedraza over to Anderson. Anderson bounces inside. Dix with the left hand. It's good. Brady Dix converts. And it's 42-35. Quick shot by Dix. Got it up over the defense before they were set inside. Now Snyder off the dribble, kicks it out to the wing. Murley knocks down a three. Casey Murley with the three left wing, and West Lyon with the timeout. 42-38 in favor of Newell-Fonda. 4:27 left to go in the third quarter. We'll come back in 30 seconds. You're listening to West Lyon State Tournament Basketball on KSOU. .427 left to go here in the third quarter. Newell-Fonda 42, West Lyon 38. Newell-Fonda with the basketball. Walterman out front to the right side. Dix to Walterman. Down to the left side, Pedraza. Pedraza bounces it in. Dix shot rejected by Bauman. Dix comes up with the rebound, and Newell-Fonda will reset it again. Anderson at the top of the key. 4 minutes left to go, third quarter. Bounces over to Pedraza. Over it comes to Dix with a ball fake into the lane, and a blocking foul in there on Snyder will put Dix at the line to shoot two. Brandon Snyder picks up his third foul with 3:53 left to go here in the third quarter. At the free throw line, Brady Dix puts it up. It rims in and out, no good. West Lyon State Tournament Basketball on KSOU is sponsored in part by Farmers Elevator Co-op, Security Savings Bank, and by Grand Falls Casino. 42-38, second free throw. Brady Dix puts it up off the iron, no good. Bauman clears the rebound for West Lyon. And Snyder will bring it up. West Lyon trying to trap. Snyder ahead to Murley. Now to Heyer on the right wing. Back out to Snyder. Snyder on the dribble is fouled out front on the reach. It's going to go against Gabe Pedraza, his first personal. And that's the third team foul against the Mustangs here in the third quarter. West Lyon lobs it in. Bauman with position with the left hand. Can't convert. Heyer with the rebound. He's going to be whistled for going over the back. And it'll be Newell-Fonda's basketball. Mustangs will get the basketball back, and into the front court comes Connor Walterman. Walterman into the lane, scoops it up with the right hand, gets the roll. Walterman, a nice drive. 44-38. 44-38 in favor of Newell-Fonda. West Lions basketball. The pass into the lane is tipped away by Scheidegger. There's a collision out front as the ball is poked loose. They called a foul on Newell-Fonda. Mason Scheidegger picks up his second personal. Adam Mullen. No, it was on Dalton Anderson, I think. He is back on the floor. That would be his fourth. Here's a three. Murley off the mark. Rebound is picked up by Pedraza. And Newell-Fonda coming back the other way. Walterman into the front court. Walterman. And now it comes out again to Walterman. Walterman over to the right wing. Pedraza. Back to Walterman near midcourt. 2:45 left to go in the quarter. Out to the right wing is Scheidegger. Scheidegger with the basketball. Over it comes to Anderson. And now in the lane, a traveling violation, a turnover on West Lions. Or a turnover on Newell-Fonda. West Lyon will get the basketball back. That's turnover number 9 committed by the Mustangs. So the Wildcats with it, down 6, 2:28 left to go, third quarter. Snyder into the front court. Left side, nice cut to the basket by Gruneweg. Misses the layup, but he got fouled. Missed an and one opportunity there. He missed the shot, so 2 free throws. Mullen picks up his third foul. And it'll be Gruneweg going to the free throw line. And he'll shoot 2. First one up and good. Kyle Gruneweg, that's his first point of the third quarter. He's got 11 for the game. 44-39. Second free throw up. And that one is good. So Gruneweg knocks down a pair. 44-40 our score. Here comes Newell-Fonda. Anderson with it out front will set up the Mustang offense. Anderson down the lane, pulls up in traffic and hits the shot. Dalton Anderson, 46-40, and now West Lyon under 2 minutes left to go, third quarter. Snyder on the left wing, skips it across to Heyer. Heyer with the ball fake, drives to the baseline, outlet through the hands of Gruneweg, but he picks it back up. Top of the key to Snyder. Snyder lobbing inside for Bauman, and they're going to call a foul under there on Cody Bauman of West Lyon, his third personal. And Newell-Fonda will get the basketball back. Today's game courtesy of Cruz and Cruz PC and Northwest Iowa Community College. Newell-Fonda 46 and West Lyon 40. Mustangs with the basketball. Anderson will bring it up. Dylan Anderson over to Dalton Anderson on the right wing, coming off the screen. Kicks it out left side, gets away from Bo, but he tracks it down near the sideline. Now lost the handle into the backcourt. Bo picks it up. It's an over and back violation on Newell-Fonda. And West Lyon will get the basketball back. So the Wildcats have it. And the inbounds pass, B.J. Van Ruckel to Heyer. He hands it off to Snyder. Brandon Snyder coming off a screen to the right side. Now pulls it back to the top of the key. Tries the left side. Snyder dishes inside to Van Ruckel for the layup. Good feed by Snyder. 46-42 in favor of West Lyon, in favor of Newell-Fonda. 1 minute left to go, third quarter. In the lane, jump hook up and no good for Dix, but the long rebound tipped out and grabbed by Anderson. Another shot no good. This time Murley clears it for West Lyon. And the Wildcats can cut it to 2 here with 38 seconds left. Snyder at midcourt. The Wildcats content to run the clock down here on the third quarter. Today's game brought to you in part by Farmers Elevator Co-op, Security Savings Bank, and Grand Falls Casino. 20 seconds left to go in the third. Newell-Fonda 46, West Lyon 42. Snyder with it at midcourt for West Lyon. 10 seconds left to go in the quarter. Snyder starts his move to the right side. Down the lane, a fake to Murley. Gives to Hire. Tips back to Snyder. Baseline jumper, no good. A rebound cleared by Mullen. There's the horn. And that's the end of the third quarter. Newell-Fonda 46. West Lyon 42. Start of the fourth quarter coming up in 1 minute. You're listening to West Lyon State Tournament Basketball on KSOU. Start of the fourth quarter here at Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines. It's been a good one. Newell-Fonda and West Lyon. And the number one seed Newell-Fonda Mustangs leading the eighth-seeded Wildcats 46-42. But the biggest lead in the contest has been 8 by Newell-Fonda. West Lyon had a 4-point lead early in the game. But anybody's ball game as we head into the fourth quarter. 8 minutes up on the board. Newell-Fonda will have the basketball as we start this fourth quarter. And the inbounds pass comes to Dylan Anderson, and he'll bring it into the front court. Anderson to the left side, Bo. Bo off the dribble, top of the circle. Right side pass, Anderson. Anderson dishes back to Mullen, who puts it up off the glass and in. 48-42, Newell-Fonda leads. West Lyon's ball. Snyder at the free throw line. Good look ahead. Higher with position up and in off the glass. 48-44. Back comes Newell-Fonda. Anderson, top of the key to Mullen. Mullen in the lane. Dick shot with the left hand, no good. Rebound wrapped up by Snyder, and West Lyon comes back with the basketball. Brandon Snyder off the dribble for three, no good. Tipped back up and in by Bauman. Cody Bauman with the tip in. And it's 48-46. Newell-Fonda by 2. Anderson caught along the baseline. Outlet pass stolen away by Gruneweg. Here come the Wildcats back into the front court. Gruneweg on the left wing. Skips it across. Snyder. Yes, 3 times Brandon Snyder. And West Lyon goes back in front. 49-48. Timeout. Newell-Fonda. 6:43 left to go in the game. We'll be back in a minute. You're listening to West Lyon State Tournament Basketball on KSOU. A 7-0 run by the Wildcats, and West Lyon leading Newell-Fonda 49-48. Newell-Fonda with the basketball. Anderson picks up his dribble at the free throw line, dishes to Bo. Bo comes off the screen, flips it out to Anderson. He'll set up between the circles. Anderson picks up the dribble to Bo down the left side. His shot rejected by Bauman. Saved from going out of bounds by Hire. Into the hands of Snyder. A turnover. Wildcats coming back. Snyder ahead to Murley. He lays it up and in. Casey Murley with the field goal. 9 straight points scored by the Wildcats, who now have a 3-point lead, 51-48. Newell-Fonda with the basketball. Into the front court comes Anderson. Anderson goes left, picks up the dribble. Out to Dix. 3 ball, no good. Higher with the rebound for West Lyon. And the Wildcats with a 3-point lead and the basketball. 5:50 left to go until halftime. Snyder at the top of the circle directing traffic. A man-to-man defense for Newell-Fonda. Snyder into the lane, bounces Higher with position, up and in. Brandon Snyder able to break down the defense off the penetration and then dish for an easy layup. 53-48, West Lyon with the lead. Newell-Fonda with the basketball. And a foul out front as Brady Bowe is bumped by Brandon Snyder. Snyder picks up his fourth foul with 5:24 left to go in the game. He's going to sit down for a couple minutes here. And back in is Chase Grodewald for West Lyon. Today's game brought to you in part by Cruz & Cruz PC and by Northwest Iowa Community College. Into the backcourt, the inbounds pass to Anderson. Anderson will bring it up, guarded by Grodewald. Over to the right side, Dix. Dix on the wing, bounces inside in the lane. Pedraza on the baseline gets fouled. Fouls charged to Kyle Gruneweg. That's his second personal. It'll put Pedraza to the line. That is the 6th-team foul, so it's a shooting foul. 2 free throws. Pedraza's first rattles in and out, no good. Newell-Fonda on the day, 9 of 16 at the free throw line. Check that, 8 of 14 for Newell-Fonda. Second free throw rolls in. Pedraza hits 1 of 2, and it's 53-49. That ends an 11-0 Wildcat run. West Lions basketball in the half court. Grodewald picks it up the dribble, bounces it out to Gruneweg. West Lion, Newell-Fonda trying to trap. Gruneweg over to Heyer. Heyer off the dribble to the baseline, gets the roll. Caleb Heyer off the drive. And it's 55-49 West Lyon with the 6-point advantage. Into the front court. And down the lane is Dix as he gets tripped up. A foul on West Lyon. That'll put Brady Dix to the line for Newell-Fonda. Chase Grodewald picks up the personal foul, his second. So to the free throw line, Brady Dix for Newell-Fonda. And the free throw coming for Dix. It's up and it's good. 14 on the day for Brady Dix, and it's 55-50. West Lyon with the advantage. And the second free throw up and good. Dix knocks down a pair. 55-51. West Lyon into the front court. Wildcats with the ball. Grodeweg to the baseline. Grodewald out to Heyer. Now to Gruneweg on the drive. All the way to the basket. Down the left side for the layup. 14 for Kyle Gruneweg. 57-51 West Lyon. Back comes Newell-Fonda underneath, trying to muscle it up with Scheindiger, and he's called for an offensive foul. Scheindiger with the charge will give the ball back to the Wildcats as Brandon Snyder checks in with 4:16 left to go in the game, and West Lyon leading 57-51. And an official's timeout. Dalton Anderson to the scorer's table as he comes in for Newell-Fonda. Today's game courtesy of Farmers Elevator Co-op, Security Savings Bank, and the Grand Falls Casino. Long pass down the floor. Gruneweg has to come back and snags it between a pair of Newell-Fonda players. Now the ball poked away. Gruneweg along the sideline gives it up to Snyder. Snyder at the dribble at midcourt. Brandon Snyder directing traffic. Drives into the lane. Snyder picks it up. Near side, left side pass to Gruneweg. Gruneweg to the baseline, stepped out of bounds. And the Wildcats turn it over. Newell-Fonda will have the basketball back. 3:53 left to go in this basketball game. 57-51, West Lyon the lead. And Newell-Fonda with the basketball. Anderson will walk it up. Picked up defensively by Grodewald. Dalton Anderson drives all the way in. Shot blocked, and they're going to call Cody Bauman for a foul. Bauman picks up his fourth. Dylan Anderson will step to the line for Newell-Fonda to shoot a pair. The winner of this game will get Keota in the semifinal round Thursday morning at 10:30. First free throw is no good for Dylan Anderson. Another coming. B.J. Van Ruckel returns to the West Lyon lineup, replacing Cody Bauman. And another free throw for Anderson. This one up and good. Dylan Anderson, that's his first second half point. 57-52. Newell-Fonda narrows the gap to 5. 3:35 left to go. 2-2-1 pressure. Snyder into the front court ahead to Heyer. Heyer back out to Murley. Right wing, Gruneweg. Gruneweg flips the ball back to Murley. Murley in the corner to Van Ruckel. Van Ruckel skips it across. Left side, Gruneweg. Three is good. Kyle Gruneweg from the left corner for three. 60-52, an 8-point West Lyon advantage. Back the other way. A shot is no good for Anderson. Snyder comes out of there with it for the Wildcats. Down the lane, Snyder dishes. Gruneweg from the corner. His shot won't fall on the rebound. Grabbed by Dix, but it's stolen away by Heyer. West Lyon with the basketball. Murley off the dribble. High off the window, no good. Fight for the rebound. Van Ruckel in there. The ball stripped out of his hands, but a foul called against Newell-Fonda. B.J. Van Ruckel will head to the free throw line. The foul is on Brady Dix, his third personal. And B.J. Van Ruckel to the line with a chance to put the Wildcats up by double digits. His first free throw is good. 61-52. Second free throw up and in. And a 10-point Wildcat lead, 62-52. 2:42 left in the game. Timeout, Newell-Fonda. We'll come back in a minute. You're listening to West Lyon State Tournament Basketball on KSOU. .41 left to go in the basketball game, and a West Lyon with a 10-point lead. And a steal on the inbound pass. Van Ruckel ahead to Murley for the breakaway layup. Casey Murley makes it 64-52. He was thinking about the dunk there and decided just to lay it in and make sure. Now a three for Anderson is off the mark. Van Ruckel with the rebound, and West Lyon has the basketball back. Van Ruckel near side, it comes to Gruneweg. Gruneweg at the top of the key to Grodewald. Grodewald left wing into the corner to Heyer. Grodewald is fouled out front by Brady Bowe. That's his first foul, but free throws coming up for West Lyon. That is team foul number 8, so it'll be a 1-and-1 for Chase Grodewald of the Wildcats. And his first free throw up and good. Grodewald with his second point of the game makes it a 65-52 lead for West Lyon. And the second free throw up and good. Grodewald knocks down a pair. 66-52, West Lyon, 2 minutes left to go. Anderson with it for Newell-Fonda. Kicks it out, right wing, a long three by Bowe is short and out of bounds. West Lyon will get the basketball back. The Wildcats in the fourth quarter have outscored Newell-Fonda 24-6. And West Lyon with a 66-52 lead. Snyder into the front court with it for West Lyon. Snyder out to the wing. He wants to work some clock. Snyder. Out comes to Gruneweg. Back to Snyder. Snyder at the top of the key. Fouled out front. Brady Dix picks up his fourth personal. Brandon Snyder will step to the line for West Lyon. Snyder, an 80% free throw shooter as he goes to the line for the Wildcats. Dalton Anderson back into the Newell-Fonda lineup. And the free throw is up and good for Brandon Snyder. 67-52 in favor of West Lyon. Second free throw up and good for Snyder. 68-52. Now Newell-Fonda will have to hurry and start thinking about threes. Anderson into the lane, dishes, right wing. Dylan Anderson hits a three. A timeout taken by Newell-Fonda. Dylan Anderson with 10, 68-55. West Lyon the lead, 1:27 left to play. Back in a minute. You're listening to West Lyon State Tournament Basketball on KSOU.
This is Brent Meyer from the Farmers Elevator Co-op. How cattle eat during the first 2 to 3 weeks in the feedlot often determines how they perform for the rest of the feeding period. Land O'Lakes Purina Feeds has developed a variety of feeds to optimize feed intake and feed efficiency. It helps develop a strong immune system and provides protection against disease caused by shipping stress. For your starter feeds, see us at the Farmers Elevator Co-op in Rock Valley.
A minute 27 left to go in the basketball game. West Lyon leading Newell-Fonda 68-55. Wildcats into the front court, break the Newell-Fonda press, and Gruneweg on the left wing, dribbling, gets fouled. He'll go to the line, and that's team foul number 10, putting the Wildcats in the double bonus. At the free throw line, Kyle Gruneweg shooting a pair. Gruneweg was 17 today, and the free throw is up and good. 69-55 our score. Second free throw coming for Kyle Gruneweg. It's up, and it is no good. A rebound pulled down by Adam Mullen. West Lyon ball into the front court. They get it ahead to Bowe. Bowe in the lane to Mullen. The shot rejected by Bauman and out of bounds. Still Newell-Fonda's basketball. Mustangs will have it. Mullen with the inbounds pass in the lane to Bowe. Outlet pass over the head of Anderson. He tracks it down in the backcourt and over in back violation. Newell-Fonda now with 14 turnovers in the game. And West Lyon will have the ball back with 1:07 left to go. Today's game brought to you in part by Grand Falls Casino, Cruise and Cruise PC, and Northwest Iowa Community College. West Lyon's basketball. And it's Snyder coming across the timeline. He is fouled by Pedroza. His second personal. Brandon Snyder back to the line for West Lyon with a 1:01 to play. 69-55. West Lyon leads. Free throw up. Free throw good for Brandon Snyder. 70-55. West Lyon by 15. It was a nip and tuck game until the Wildcats opened the fourth quarter on an 11-0 run. Snyder's second free throw up and in. 71-55. Wildcats, rather Mustangs with the ball. Anderson looked like he bounced it off his foot, but the official says it was tipped out off of West Lyon, so Newell-Fonda with the ball, 53.6 seconds left. Inbounds pass to Anderson. Left corner, Anderson comes set at the free throw line. Shot up and no good. Bauman clears the rebound. West Lyon with the basketball. Snyder into the front court ahead to Heyer. Heyer to the baseline will pull it out to the wing where he is fouled. And Caleb Heyer will go to the free throw line. Personal foul on Dylan Anderson. That's his first personal. Caleb Heyer to shoot free throws. And it's up and good. 11 points for Caleb Heyer, makes it 72-55. And Newell-Fonda coaches Paul Luce and Shad Kopic emptying off their benches here. About to suffer their first loss of the 2013 and 14 season, and seeing their season come to a close here in the first round of the state tournament. And now we have a timeout taken with 37.4 seconds remaining. Let's take a 30-second break. You're listening to West Lyon State Tournament Basketball on KSOU.
You can count on us at Security Savings Bank to help you be free. Around-the-clock banking, online bill pay, and e-statements all make your life a little easier. All these allow you the freedom of convenient banking at Security Savings Bank. Freeing up time and avoiding the clutter of paper bills lying around allows you to spend your free time on more important things like you and your family. Count on us for a little freedom with free internet banking at Security Savings Bank, Larchwood, Inwood, George, and Canton. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Caleb Heyer at the free throw line for West Lyon, with the Wildcats leading the Newell-Fonda Mustangs 72-55. And Caleb Heyer puts the free throw up, and it's in and out, no good. A rebound is grabbed by Zach Hecht for Newell-Fonda. Host a new crew of Mustangs in the lineup here. Dustin Johnson off the dribble. To the right side, Zach Hecht. Hecht in the lane. His shot partially blocked. There's a new group of Wildcats in there as well. Paul Terwee out of Colin Snyder, and Snyder is fouled. We had a timeout. Timeout taken by West Lyon. 12.7 seconds left to go in the game. West Lyon in front, 72-55. We'll come back in a minute. You're listening to West Lyon State Tournament Basketball on KSOU. Back to action coming out of the timeout. Newell-Fonda with the basketball after a missed shot by West Lyon. Cole Wise goes coast to coast for the Mustangs and gets the bucket as the horn sounds. And the West Lyon Wildcats, in their first ever trip to the Boys State Basketball Tournament, will advance to the semifinal round on Thursday morning at 10:30. West Lyon will take on Keota in a semifinal round action. The Wildcats defeat Newell-Fonda 72-57. We'll take a 1-minute timeout and be back with a recap from Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines. You're listening to West Lyon State Tournament Basketball on KSOU. Back here at Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines, the West Lyon Wildcats move on in the Class 1A Boys State Basketball Tournament. 72-57 over Newell-Fonda. And a strong finish to this one. Newell-Fonda led at all of the quarter breaks, 14-10 at the end of the first quarter, 35-30 at the half, and 46-42 at the end of the third quarter. But West Lyon went on an 11-0 run to start the fourth quarter and took a 53-48 lead, eventually pushed that advantage up to double digits, a 26-6 run in the first 6.5 minutes of the fourth quarter, and West Lyon picks up the win 72-57 to advance to the semifinal round of the Class 1A state tournament on Thursday morning at 10:30, where the Wildcats will meet Keota. So a strong finish to the game, and that fourth quarter run, kind of sparked by a Brandon Snyder three-pointer, and I think that Snyder three gave West Lyon the lead. It was 48-46. West Lyon had whittled the Newell-Fonda advantage to 2 early in the fourth when Snyder hit the three to give the Wildcats the lead and all the momentum. And they took off from there, and the West Lyon picks up the win this afternoon to advance with a record of 21-5. Newell-Fonda season comes to an end with a record of 25-1. The final totals look like this. Kyle Gruneweg with 18 points to lead West Lyon. Casey Murley had 14. Brandon Snyder with 12. Caleb Heyer scored 11. Cody Bauman and VJ Van Ruckel with 7. And Chase Grodewald with 3. And the scoring totals for Newell-Fonda, they were led by Brady Dix with 15. Adam Mullen with 11. 10 for Dylan Anderson. 6 points for Brady Bowe. Dalton Anderson and Connor Wolterman with 5. Gabe Pedraza with 3. And Cole Wise with 2. For the game, West Lyon 23 of 52 for 44.2%. And they went 7 of 18 from beyond the arc for 38.9%. 19 of 27 at the free throw line for 70.4%. While Newell-Fonda 19 of 49 from the floor for 38.8%. 5 of 13 from beyond the arc for 38.5%. And 12 of 20 at the free throw line for 60%. Newell-Fonda held the advantage on the boards 35-32, but had a 5-rebound advantage at halftime. So West Lyon kind of able to turn the tables, or at least held their own on the glass in the second half. 7 rebounds for Caleb Heyer, and 6 for Cody Bauman, 5 for B.J. Van Ruckel to lead the Wildcats. Brady Dix had 7 rebounds for Newell-Fonda. Adam Mullen and Dalton Anderson each had 5. 15 turnovers in the game for Newell-Fonda, and 10 turnovers in the contest for West Lyon. And West Lyon moves on 72-55 over Newell-Fonda. It'll be West Lyon and Keota in the Class 1A semifinals Thursday morning at 10:30 here at Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines. So game number 1 of our broadcast action here from Wells Fargo Arena here on day number 1 of the state tournament. Coming up tonight, we'll have a Class 2A state tournament quarterfinal round action for you, Western Christian and Albia. That one tips off at 6:35. Pre-game coverage on the air beginning at about 6:15 tonight from Wells Fargo Arena in Des Moines. That's going to wrap up our broadcast for this afternoon. Thanks for tuning in. For KSOU Sports, I'm Doug Broek. Good afternoon, everyone.